You know, even though I was raised in a Christian home and I received Jesus as my Savior in 3rd grade, when I was a junior in high school, I chose to turn my back on Jesus and chase after what the world had to offer. I enlisted in the Air Force to pursue my career as a fireman, and while stationed in England, I thought I was doing a pretty good job of handling my life. But I'd gotten so far away from God at that time that I started harassing some guys in the fire station for starting a Bible study. But on a weekend at the beach, I decided to run ahead of my friends and dive in the water. And that's when I broke the 5th and 6th vertebrae in my neck and damaged the spinal cord and was instantly paralyzed from the neck down. But God, even though I had abandoned God, He didn't abandon me. And He kept me from drowning until my friends came out and pulled me out of the water. Then God sovereignly worked out all the details to get me to the Long Beach VA to start my rehab. At the same time, a student therapist was getting there to start her rotation. She was a godly woman and helped me physically and spiritually. She would often invite me to church with her, but I continually refused, even though deep in my heart I knew that to handle my disability I needed God's strength. And finally her persistence paid off, and I accepted her invitation, and that day at church I confessed my sin and rededicated my life to the Lord, and amazingly, my faith started to grow immediately. 2 years later, well, I married my physical therapist, Julie, and over the past 25 years, God's allowed us to lead care groups, Bible studies, and teach 5th and 6th graders. When I first had my accident, I was pretty mad at God for allowing it to happen, and I thought, what good could ever come of this? Going from being completely independent and thinking I'm in control of my own life to being a quadriplegic and having to rely on someone else to help me. It's pretty hard to handle, not to mention everything takes 2 to 3 times longer to accomplish now. And when I focus on the things that I can't do, like dress myself, get in and out of bed, go to the bathroom, throw a baseball with my son, or even walk down the sandy beach hand in hand with my wife, it gets pretty hard, and it's a breeding ground for anger, bitterness, and depression. So instead, I try to focus on the things I can do, and knowing that God has a plan and purpose for my life. You know, He's using me for His glory just the way I am, and He continues to give me the strength I need for each new day. And over the years, my accident has caused me to rethink my priorities, and I can see that what the world has to offer is nothing compared to what God freely and abundantly gives. He's turned my disability into my strongest ability, and through Him and His strength, He empowers me to do His will each day. And He's also filled me with joy, knowing that He's using me to further His kingdom.